If it don't help me glow, I don't see it. If it don't help me flow, let it go. 2025, baby, it's all about the know. I've been working, I've been building on my peace, clearing out the noise.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to Blended Voices with Tonya Ford. Another day, right? Weekend, all right? So weekend's almost here. We happy about that. All right. So how y'all doing? Did y'all have a good week? My week was pretty, let me see. It was pretty good. I had a pretty good week. Saturday didn't go so well, but otherwise, I had a pretty good week. And I hope y'all did too. So let's talk about today for this podcast. This is actually a public service announcement. I think I probably said this thing to you guys before, but it's really, really different now. You guys know I sell insurance, so I have to keep up with S&P 500, all of the market stuff. But I want to talk to people today about surviving the next 4 years because people are just walking around with their head in the sand. I understand that God has the last word on everything, but also God wants us to do our part in what we're supposed to do so he can do his part. And what I mean by that is the next 4 years, you see what this man has already done in 100 days. Today, now he's paying immigrants $1,000 to leave the country. Now, there's a lot of stuff that he's already done within the first 100 days. There's a lot of things they've taken out of. He's done some executive orders for the civil rights movements. A lot of the things that our ancestors fought for, died for, walked for, everything. He's just come in with a swoop of a pen and just want to swipe it off. But the courts are holding up. Thank God they're holding up on a lot of this stuff. But it's two strategy. It's like he's trying to, and y'all know what this is all about, I hope, right? The country is becoming browner and browner, and they don't like that. They don't like it. So they are doing everything possible to stop that from happening. And it's so cruel, and it's a shame of how they're doing it. Sometimes right now, you used to be proud to be an American. When you was proud to be an American, with this person and this regime, as they call it in office, it's crazy. Yes, we're gonna pray about it. I already gonna pray about it. I already done that. Go do continue to pray about it because I know God has the last word. However, with this though, God just doesn't. We just can't say He's gonna have the last word and then we don't do our part. And our part is making sure that we have our affairs in order. All right. And first and foremost, I want to say this. Y'all know I sell life insurance. Okay. I've been doing it for 15 years. And let me tell you, when rough times and tough times come along, the first thing they let go is that insurance policy. And I'm here to tell you it's that insurance policy, that critical illness policy, that cancer policy, that accident policy, any of those policies that is your safety net if something happens to you. When times get tough, those are the first things that go. I know this because I've been doing this for a long time, but it depends though who I'm talking to. So some people will watch that car get driven out of that, the repo people out of the driveway before they cancel their life insurance policy or any of those policies because they know the importance of if something happens to them, that's even going to put their family more in dire need. So I suggest, and what I tell my clients is to cut all of us, me too. I'm not a multi-millionaire, not yet. I'm claiming it, thank you, Jesus. All right. But we need to cut down on our spending to do the essential stuff, just the essential stuff. And I'm not saying people, oh, don't tell me what to do if I can't have fun and all this kind of stuff. All right. I'm trying to tell y'all, he only been in 100 days. This is going to be real ugly. He's not building all these concentration camps for nothing. They got them here in Georgia. And who's supposed to go into those? Who is that? We have to fight back. We have to stick together. This is not a time to be hating on each other or be fighting each other because we actually are fighting each other because he has this whatever 39% that no matter what this man does is going to stay with him. These are the people. They don't like the country becoming brown and brown. All right. And the ones that his 39% that are brown or black. I don't even know what to say to y'all. I really don't. Just okay. Anywho, but no, seriously, people are losing their jobs. People are is just lost right now. Kind of. People have been kidnapped. Just think about that. Think about you go to the store or you're at work or you just walking and ICE just come get you, throw you in a van, put you on a plane, take you to El Salvador. Is that what they are? That's Venezuelan. You get there, cutting your hair off, and just sit there to rock the die. Before January of this year, I probably would have said that would happen. No, I'm sorry. Before he got elected, I said that would happen. But once he got elected, there's nothing that I don't believe they won't do because they don't want to give up the control. The man is a racist. I don't give a damn what y'all say. He is racist, does not I don't want to do the job. He just want to play golf and let other people wreck the company, wreck the United States and our relationships with everybody around us. Why are you messing with Canada and Mexico? We end up, stuff don't make any sense, but it makes sense to them because I'll tell you what I think. I think that, and I said this when Trump had got in office before. I said before now, I never knew how Hitler came to power and how Holocaust and all this stuff happened. But now I understand and I see how it happened. And that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. I'm not saying they're trying to put people in gas chambers and stuff like that, but they definitely are trying to send us or send people, the immigrants and next. Who you think? And don't be one of those people be like, oh, well, I voted for him, but I didn't think he was going to be messing with my people. What do you think? What did you not understand from this man's presidency from the last time he was in? Okay, it's understand that. And then you vote for a woman and all that kind of stuff, black woman. All right. Y'all, now's what we're doing. Okay. So glasses. I dropped my glasses. I did, y'all. I have my old pair up here because I got a new pair that I wanted to show y'all because I know y'all are sick of looking at these black square glasses and everything. So, all right. It's a serious subject, but if you don't laugh and laugh, have some fun because it's together. It's that 39% that's going to stay with him. But the rest of us need to get together and we got to fight this with everything we can and not just have our head in the sand and thinking it's not going to happen to me. I'm just going to live life like I've been living it and not make any changes. You're going to be in for a rude awakening, okay? And by the end of the year, he's done this much damage already in days. But if you want to say, oh, well, I'm just going to do what I want to do and buy what I want to buy and all that kind of stuff and start making some necessary changes like saving money, like you need to have at least $5,000 in your house in a safe, okay? Because if things go down like they can, because he's going after everybody else. He's going after Harvard. He didn't got rid of DEI. He going after all minorities. All right. And so we have to fight with everything we can. So have your ID, your passport if you don't have one. Get a passport. Please. You might have to move for a few years. Okay. Hopefully, seriously, don't know. They are really trying to wrap this thing up so that he'll never get out of office. Okay. That they're serious about trying to run him for a third term, which that is not acceptable. Okay, so if that's the case, and I saw this on Facebook somewhere, this is the case. So if you can run for a third term right now, so couldn't somebody else work that was president before run for a third term against him? I bet they don't like that idea. Oh, no. We don't want that. We just want him to stay in office. Okay, yeah, I see it. So your IDs, your passports, have your information and your children's, have all your information in one place, and have at least $5,000 cash. Because here's the thing. If stuff get bad when we talk about the depression, okay, can go to the bank and get your money out and everything, then what are you going to do? So don't. It's not like our old parents that used to put the money under the. I ain't telling you to put it under the mattress, okay? Put it in the safe somewhere. Put some money in the safe, just to have cash around, because cash is always going to be, no matter what. Hopefully, but I don't know about our cash because it's definitely going down the dollar because of these tariffs. All right, don't get me started, y'all. I'm junky, but I'm not going to get into politics today. I get into it a little bit, but I'm telling y'all about this because of the life insurance purpose of it, the part of it. Because of so many people who have lost their job, because of so many people who have, off or have to take this package or whatever. If they take the package, they should kind of because they got money there. But I'm all of this to make sure that when tough things happen, the first thing that goes is that insurance policy. And that's the last thing that needs to go. Okay, because you get hurt, injured, die, or something like that, now not only have you lost your job or in financial straits there, now you're in more financial straits. Now, and if say you get sick or you get diagnosed with cancer or have a stroke or a heart attack or something like that, those policies are going to bring in money to help you get better. And what I mean by that is, if you're not worried about cash and worried about money and how you're going to pay your bills, then you can focus on your health and getting better. So please don't let that be the first thing that's going to go, especially people that, a lot of people with IULs and all that kind of stuff that have been paying for years. Okay, maybe not 10 years, maybe not, 50% max, 75% max, some not even close to that. If you let those policies go, then you just lose all that money you put in there. You just lose it. We don't want that. Because there's different options that you can do to kind of, there's things you can do with the policies. Okay, you can rearrange how they're allocated as far as the money, where it's put at, and also you go down to a minimum amount to keep the policies active. And so there's different things you can do depending on what it is. So if you don't know what kind of policy you got, that kind of thing, if you want to call or want to know, then contact me. Okay, like I said, I'm Georgia, but I am licensed 17 different states. Okay, so I want to make sure that you still stay good and you don't lose what you've already started to build. All right. What else? There's so much stuff that's important. I tell you, what did I do? Okay. I said, as we face some challenges, because I'm always writing stuff down, I have to go back over my notes and see what I wrote because memory sometimes is going a little bit as you get older, but that's all right. I'm here. Okay. So as we face challenges of the current political climate, like I said, it is essential for you to stay informed as well. Okay. Some people don't look at anything and don't know what's going on. And so therefore it's like life as usual. Stay informed as far as what's going on. Now, I thought about doing political podcasts. I don't know. I mean, I'm a political junkie, as I think you sound like, I don't know. So what y'all think? Y'all let me know. People that know me know, who I'm supposed to vote for, what I'm supposed to do. Now, this is a time when you all need to be paying attention. Where are you getting your news from? That's another thing, okay? Don't get your news from just one place. Make sure you're getting it from multiple places because how can you make a balanced decision if you just listening to one side and not listen to the other side? Okay, so to have that balanced perspective, listen to different newscasts and then podcasts and stations and stuff like that. If I do it, then I have all the information for you. Okay, so yes, it's essential to stay informed because people already are feeling the impact of what's going on, of the policy changes and the economic shifts. We was number one that if we make it out this thing, I don't see how we're going to be able to get our allies back because we have so many, elections every 4 years. So one person can come in and just wreck everything, Then the next person comes in and fix stuff. And then how the heck did he get back in office to wreck it again? This is some crazy stuff. Okay, so I'm talking. So as I was saying, so surviving in these times requires resilience. Okay, communities. Like I said, we need to stick together and a strategic plan. Okay, so focus on practical steps we can take to safeguard our future. Practical steps you can do right now. Say if you go out to eat 4 times a week, go out two instead. Okay, nobody's not to live your life and not to do the things you want to do. And just nobody's saying to live in fear either, because God does not give us fear, but He does give us common sense, at least some of us, He does. And so, you praying and that it's just going to happen. That's just like, oh God, yes, I want, yeah, give me $100 million. And then I just sit there and it's just going to just by osmosis come into my account. No, that's not how that works. You can pray about it, but faith without works, y'all know. You got to do your part. You got to do your job. You can't just say, stuff together, but you not less money to really get prepared for what's going to happen. Y'all really don't think y'all really understand. You think COVID was bad and that nothing was on the shelves at all that kind of stuff? Y'all need to be right now packing up, loading up stuff. Toilet paper, paper towel, bread, insurance, whatever the stuff you need to survive, because the Lysol, all of that kind of stuff, we couldn't find none of that for COVID. You would have to go for days or go to I don't know how many shops. And then they started letting people in at certain times to get it. Like, well, they do. Like Walmart, the elderly people looked in there hour early so they can shop. They deserve that. I ain't tripping about that. I'm tripping about the people that go in and just like take all of them that's on the shelf right then and there. When I say load up, I mean like you go to the store, pick up water, bottled water, loading up on the stuff, people. Seriously, because where is it coming from now? The votes. There's no much. Just one. I'm not gonna say where I get my information from because I don't want to be biased, but get your information from, because telling you, it's hard to get stuff if you can't get it to us. So if you can't from another country, now we gotta pay tariffs on them. More tariffs. He don't know, because he changed his mind every 3 seconds. Now he's saying the 145 is too high and they're gonna go on it. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. See, he comes in and he is a bully. He is a freaking bully. And you know what you do to bullies? You go up to them and pop them in their nose. Okay? You don't cowtail down to them. No, you hit them in the nose. And so he thought when he got back in office that all these countries was just going to kowtow down to him and just whatever you want. And what's happening is now they're making their alliances together without the United States. So it's like, and this is what China wanted. China just sit back, this is him and Russia, Putin, Vladimir, come on. They couldn't have, this better. They've been trying to take the United States down for I don't know how long. They could not have done this any better with this useful idiot that we got in the White House. All right. So now we got all ticked off about it. Now I am. Yeah, I am. So I'm loaded. So now what it is, people are saying we don't have to get our stuff from the United States. They're making alliances with each other without us. So at one point, where we were the top ones and number one, that's gonna be good. They make alliances with other people. So now say we get a new president, hopefully in 2028, and then they come in, they want to, okay, let's get the alliances back and all this kind of stuff. And no, it's not the same now. He didn't destroy all people. And the other countries, I'm not mad at them because they're not mad at us. No, this is the regime here that's doing all of the stuff. But it still affects us. It's still what's going to happen They trying to run him for a third term. That's another thing I told y'all. They're trying to do it. Like I said, if he can do it, so why can't another ex-president do it? Hey, I'm saying, hey, bring Obama back. Bring Obama show. So, but to be of everything that is going on because it's a lot every day, every second. And that's why I was like, I don't know if I do the political because I would be sitting here all day because things change literally an hour after his administration did something jacked up. Okay. And it's like, you got to cut me like, you know what? I know God is in control. I'm going to do the things I need to do. And my husband and I are going to do things we need to do to make sure that we, survive through these years. You don't understand how the down effect, it's trickle down. It's not talking about, they always talk about billionaires is supposed to trickle down. I'm not talking about that because that don't happen, doesn't happen. All right. But as far as, so they make cars down in the United States, of course, Germany and places that make cars or whatever. It takes a lot to make that car, a lot of pieces. Okay. And so now you're getting, say, these pieces of stuff you're buying from a mom and pop shop here in the United States, or you're getting it from a bigger company or whatever, right? So all these pieces say most of them come from China. So now China got to bring these pieces in, and now they got to pay 145. He said it wasn't going to be that high. I don't never lie to you about that. Now. He said now he's talking about it shouldn't be that high, and they got to work on it. And what it is, like I was saying before, he thought they was coming after him after he got in, and he just bullied his way into whatever he wanted to do, and didn't expect them to get together and fight back. They said, okay, really? Well, we can do this without the United States. Does that even make sense? I mean, we're so used to being number one, but that is seriously, seriously at risk right now. So we need to prepare for what we're going to do and how we're going to make it through this. But the first thing I want to tell y'all, like I said, don't let your insurance policies lapse. Because I tell you, I've seen too many times where something has happened and they let those lapse, and next thing you know, they got their diagnosis. Next thing you know, stressed out because maybe they got let go and can't find a job. And I pray for y'all. I pray that everything will be all right. But stress can kill you. Okay, so you not saying that that's going to happen to you, but if something happened to you where that did happen, I need you to be able to have your money and everything together and have your policies and everything together so that you will be at least financially okay. At least financially okay. Because without that, then you can focus on policy slabs. Work on some other stuff. I guess we got to cut out a lot of things that we do. Like I say, not every, but it's like instead of going 4 times, now it's like, oh, maybe for a month we need to go maybe once or twice. I'm saying just, instead of going to get my nails 2 weeks, maybe I'll go, once a month and then I'll rest out. Or, you want to get a hair done. I can wear this a couple more weeks. Kind of. Wash your hair, okay? I have to, because if I don't, this stuff would be so scary. And it's like, I not only laugh, I'm confident I know my Heavenly Father's going to take care of everything. But I also know faith without works that ain't going to do you no good either. So let's stick together our stuff and make sure that we have everything in place. Because I'm telling you, the papers right now, they already doing that. It's back like in slavery. You know how you have to go around, so where's your papers? They kind of, his security deputy guy, Stephen, I call him Toehead because his head is shaped like the big toe, the middle toe, the one next to the big toe. Yeah, Toehead is the one that came up with the 1798 Aliens Act. These people are racist to the core. To the core. And we have to fight back any way we can. Right? And make sure that we keep our stuff together and keep everything in order that needs to be in order. And make sure that we have cash on hand. Make sure we got our paperwork in hand. Make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. All right? And make sure you pay attention to what's going on. because something is happening every day. I mean, they literally are kidnapping people off, just taking them and just taking them to another country. And then now Trump wants to also say, make some home. How about building some more prisons over Venezuela for homegrown people? Homegrown. What he means is people that were born in the United States, whatever. He wants to be able to send them over to Venezuela and let them rot. No due process, no nothing. This is serious, y'all. This is not a drill. It's not. We got to get focused and serious on what's going on and make sure what is your plan for you and your family of how y'all going to deal with the next 4 years. Conversations need to be had. Seriously, they do. Okay. So I hope this helped someone today. This is a deeper one though. I can go real deep with this one because it's crazy, but also hopeful and joyful. And the God I serve, I'm gonna be okay. My family and my husband, we gonna be okay. I know that. But faith without works, I am doing the work. Right? Okay. I got it. Okay. All right. All right. And one other thing, you know what? I know I work from home. So therefore can get Zoom because I have a lot of Zoom calls. So they say get Zoom ready from here up. I have on my clothes, y'all. I got on. Sometimes I need to run out and go see a client and that kind of thing. But what I noticed though, is in the middle of the day. I remember when I was working in medical field or, whatever. All right. So it's important. Y'all know I'm still on my journey to losing weight. I'm down 42 pounds. Okay. And I still got, I was like 26 months. You guys, you gotta move. Okay. I don't care what it is you like doing to move. If it's nothing but getting up and walking to the mailbox, you have to be mobile. You got to move. If you want that longevity, you want to be mobile, get older. I got injuries. I've already told you guys about that stuff, but I have to stay moving because, that's what's that longevity. Hopefully is going to be able to still move and stuff. So on here, my drug for exercising is dancing. Y'all know that, okay? But I do have an elliptical and I do have a gym in the house. So I do, switch off with that. 20 times a week, after lunch, before lunch. When you get there Monday morning, you want to be there. And when you're leaving Friday for the weekend, you're happy to go. We got to move, people, move your body. So I'm going to just be the breakout dance, whatever. And I may record it in the week and just say, hey, pick me up time, which now you're tired, that kind of thing. So you can do these things at work. When you're at work, usually you will walk and that kind of stuff to get your exercise in. Same thing. Only thing is you're gonna be dancing. That's it. All right. And please dance with me. Dance with me when I'm dancing, okay? Or whatever. Just get up and just move. Okay. So please, if this content you liked, please hit and share, subscribe. Okay. Hit that bell there, and we will definitely be back week. Please, everybody, please, take things seriously. Like I said, take it seriously. So I will see y'all later next week. Yeah, got a great show coming up next week, guys, and everything. But this week I felt I needed to come out because I'm just watching people, just watching, and they're not taking long. And that's going to be a pretty bad situation. And we want to make sure that we don't get there. We're not going to get there. God will take care of us. With faith without works. I want to sit back and not do nothing and think just by osmosis stuff won't happen. You're going to be in a world of trouble. All right. Tonya 4, Blended Voices. I will see y'all next week. All right. Bye-bye.
If it don't help me flow, let it go. 2025.